If you're starting a business in 2022, even if you're just thinking about starting a business, how about you and I get together for 30 days to talk a little strategy? And don't worry, it won't cost you a dime. I want you to join me inside my here for now, but gone soon pop-up group where I'll be going live every Tuesday and Thursday for an entire month to help you and other aspiring entrepreneurs get inspired, get into action, and finally start your online business in 2022. There are currently thousands of other like-minded and lit-up entrepreneurs in this group who are turning lessons learned into immediate action. You can do the same. The good news is you're not too late. Now is the perfect time for you to dive in. Go to amyporterfield.com/pop-up. That's just amyporterfield.com/pop-up to reserve your spot, and I'll see you inside.
I have this big media room where literally it's meant for when my team comes. And that makes me so happy. And I love having them here. And while they're here, I take pockets of time to hide from them. I sound ridiculous saying that, but they all know it. I hide because I just need a little quiet downtime.
I'm Amy Porterfield, ex-corporate girl turned CEO of a multi-seven-figure business. But it wasn't all that long ago that I lacked the confidence, the budget, and the time to focus on growing my small but mighty business. Fast forward past many failed attempts and lessons learned, and you'll see the business I have today. One that changes lives and gives me more freedom than I ever thought possible. One that used to only exist as a daydream. I created the Online Marketing Made Easy podcast to give you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you're an ambitious entrepreneur or one in the making who's looking to create a business that makes an impact and a life you love, you're in the right place, friend. Let's get started. If you know me, then you know that the Goal Digger podcast, hosted by my friend Jenna Kutcher, who is also part of the HubSpot network, is one of my favorite podcasts. What I love about Jenna's podcast is that she shares life and business tips, from productivity hacks and business strategies and mindset shifts to daily inspiration and so much more. Episode 528, it's called Surprise, I Wrote a Book. It gave me all the feels because she shared the real raw story of what inspired her to write her very first book, and she shared her process. So good. Listen to the Goal Digger podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And now back to the show.
Hey, welcome back to Online Marketing Made Easy. I wanted to check in and see how you're doing. I'm doing well. Hitting the ground running, making sure that I am staying focused and really getting clear about how I want to spend my day, getting intentional about what I work on. These are things that I'm spending a lot of time on lately, and it's been helping me a lot. So I hope you're doing well. And today I wanted to talk about being an introvert in an extrovert type of career. Shout out to all my introverts. So here's what I want you to walk away with today. As an introvert, you can still be a highly successful entrepreneur. Trust me on this one. In this episode, I want to share ways that I found that I can be an introvert while still growing a successful business that requires me to be out in front of the world. And does it feel like I'm standing naked in front of a crowd sometimes? Not gonna lie. Yeah. It feels like that. It feels uncomfortable. But I have proof that you don't have to be an extrovert to be successful as an online entrepreneur. And we're going to talk about that. Sometimes I dread getting on stage or doing big live video projects or being in person, or how I often explain it is it's hard for me to have to always be on. Can you relate to that? Like, have to be on. And as an introvert, we're often very aware of when we have to be on, which is making sure that we're present and engaging and putting our best selves forward and making sure that we've got the energy, which tends to be exhausting for some introverts. So, like I said, I sometimes dread those situations, but what I've learned along the way is that when it's all said and done, I'm often very grateful for those experiences. Yeah, I feel emotionally exhausted and totally drained after something like that. Like, for example, for years, I did my own live events, and I can't wait to bring something like that back. But after one of my own live events, shout out to any of you who have gone to Entrepreneur Experience. I've actually loved every single one that I've done. But after, I feel absolutely drained, and I honestly need like 24 hours alone or with Hobie and Scout to totally recover. But again, I feel great after them. I do feel really accomplished and connected and energized after I do those events. And I feel great because I feel that I made an impact to my students who I love. I'm able to connect directly with a community that I only get to see online. And I feel really inspired by their stories, because one thing I love about live in-person events is people will share more about their experiences with me. And I love that. So I have to remind myself, here's the ticket right here. I have to remind myself how I feel after. So it's kind of like working out. For those of you who don't enjoy working out, like me, I don't like working out in terms of like getting there. It's hard for me to get there. Like, I got to go in my garage and get on the treadmill or lift weights today. And there's always a little conversation like, maybe not, because I kind of dread it. But then I tell myself, oh my gosh, I feel amazing afterwards. And with like working out, I know the benefits to my mental health. So that's the kind of stuff that moves me forward. So when it comes to my business, I'll tell myself like, okay, Amy, this dread that you're feeling is just because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. But I know the rewards will far outweigh the dread. So I'm just going to feel the feelings. That's the thing. I let myself feel the dread, the worry, the uncomfortable awkwardness. I let myself feel it, knowing, I promise you, I tell myself, I promise you, Amy, it's going to be so worth it. So are you willing to feel the feelings, even though they're not like the most desirable feelings, to get to what you want to do? I think if you take one thing away from this episode right there, that question, I'm going to repeat it. You ready? Are you willing to feel the feelings that are not the most desirable feelings, awkward, uncomfortable, uncertain, less than, whatever might come up for you? Are you willing, the word that's most important here is willing to feel the feelings that are undesirable to get you to where you want to be? And if you just answered yes, my friend, you are golden. Now, a few ways I like to get pumped up before I step out of my comfort zone is, well, I'm always playing good music and moving my body. No one's watching, but that does work for me. I feel like it's important for an introvert. You got to like get in your body. And if you want my entire routine for going live, like going live before a webinar, going live before you get on stage, check out episode 412. So I called it my live video secrets for feeling confident and calm, even when you're not. But you can use all those secrets for getting on stage or doing big things where you got to get out of your comfort zone. So amyporterfield.com/412. All right. So lessons learned. I know that after any live event, any conference I've attended, really any situation where I'm putting myself out there in person, after any of those, I just need to book some time to be alone, or like I said, with Hobie and Scout, and just hide out for a day or so. Knowing this, here's what I used to not do and what I do now, I plan for it. So in the past, I just kind of went on with my day. The very next day I was working, I was right at it. I don't do that anymore. I take some time for rest. I also know that I can only do so much of these types of things. So I'll set boundaries about how often I speak on stage or go to conferences. I was talking to Jenna Kutcher, and one thing that she does really well is she sets these boundaries where she doesn't do a lot of things that will deplete her energy. She's got 2 babies now, and she's a homebody like me, and she loves to be with her family. And so I'll probably say yes to more things than she will. And I admire her she has like way even stricter boundaries, because she knows what's most important to her and she knows what will serve her well. Now, me saying yes to more things doesn't make me bad or good or make her better or worse. I'm just saying you got to know yourself. And I feel like that part is important. And that's been a journey for me for the years and years of growing this business. So I even get overwhelmed when my entire team, or not entire team, even just like half the team comes over to my house during launches. If you've ever followed me during a live launch in California and now here in Nashville, I set up my work environment to have a team here when we live launch. That's one thing I love about my Nashville home. I have this big media room where literally it's meant for when my team comes. And that makes me so happy. And I love having them here. And while they're here, I take pockets of time to hide from them. I sound ridiculous saying that, but they all know it. I hide because I just need a little quiet downtime. And that's my thing about, being in it and having the energy and being present with my team. And it's important that they know I appreciate that they're here because I want them here. So that's the weird thing about being an introvert, especially an introvert like me. I want to be a part of it. I get FOMO when I'm not invited. I want to be in the action, but I don't. And that's the battle of it all. So when they're here, they know I'll go take a 20-minute nap downstairs or just kind of walk away and just get a snuggle with Hobie or something like that where I'm kind of away from it. Then I come back in and I'm good to go. Just know what you need. I think that as I get older, I wish I just kind of asked myself earlier, like, what do you need? And let's go get it. But here's what I know about being an introvert and an extrovert type of career. And I feel like this is the tough love I want to give anybody out there that's listening, that you're not doing the things because you're uncomfortable doing the things. There are moments where I must be an extrovert, meaning there are moments that I've got to show up. And the reason that's important to me and important as an entrepreneur is because I want to create a community and I want people to feel connected to me and my mission. That's what my business is for. Like that, I want all those things. And hiding and not wanting to engage with my community is not something that feels right for me. And so I know how to be an extrovert when I need to be. And I also know that I'm an introvert to my core, and I found ways to protect myself. And it's definitely a delicate dance. I don't always get it right. And here's a little secret. Here's the knowing. I love like tapping into like that hum that I sometimes get in my body. Like I know what's going on. And when I start to resent an experience, an engagement, an interaction, if I feel resentment, I am typically being someone that I'm not. So when I say sometimes I need to be an introvert, that just means I need to step into a place that is not always comfortable for me, but I'm willing to go because I know the reward. I'm fine with that. But if I'm staying there too long, the resentment comes like, why am I doing this? This is ridiculous. Why did I say yes to this? I am being someone that I'm not. So I got to come back to myself. So that knowing keeps me in check. All right, my friends, I hope you love this shorty episode. This is a topic that I talk about a lot within my own circles, and I wanted to share it with you as well. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you know an introvert that is growing a business online or just offline out in the world, send them this episode, grab the link, just text it to them, share it with them. I hope that it can reach as many introverts as needed. All right, my friends, have a great day. I can't wait to see you on Thursday for more entrepreneurial goodness. Remember, Thursdays are my longer step-by-step, in-depth episodes to help you with those strategies and insights that you need to grow a thriving online business. So I'll see you Thursday for more entrepreneurial goodness. Same time, same place. Bye for now.
So we all went through our awkward years. From those embarrassing braces to growth spurts, we've all been there. And the same can be said for our businesses. From the hours spent at your kitchen table building your business from scratch to the moment you hit six figures, a HubSpot customer relationship management platform helps your business grow better even through the awkward and uncomfortable phases. HubSpot's reporting dashboard, it's like a crystal ball, giving you a bird's eye view on your marketing, sales, and customer service performance so that you can get ahead of any issues before they happen. Automated marketing tools allow you to create consistent campaigns for clear, concise communications and less mixed messages. You can even use email marketing tools to send, test, and optimize emails. Learn more about how a HubSpot CRM platform can help your business grow better at HubSpot.com.